And today I'm going to talk about something very, very interesting. And we have been making a lot of mistakes in the past. You will also realize that what kind of mistakes we have been doing like this earlier. This is a very good learning. I'm going to actually, it says 8 words to be avoided in sales. It is not 8 words. If you totally add everything, it is supposed to be 27 words that we need to avoid in sales when we are doing something like that. The words which we should not use at all. Okay, something like this. To be honest with you. How often we keep using this word? To be honest with you. Okay, we keep using this word. To be honest with you. To be frank with you. Okay, we say this. We should never use this word. Because when you say like this, it gives an indication that all the while that you have been talking to me, have you been lying? So now are you going to be honest and expressing to me something new? Is that what you are saying? Right? This is what is the message that you are giving to people. So that is why you need to avoid using these words. To be honest with you, to be frank with you. It's a very, very dirty word. Never use it. So because it gives a feeling that all the while you have not been frank, and all the while whatever you have been discussing so far, you spend hours together with him in site visits and all that. And finally when it comes to the discussion part, when you say to be honest with you, तो मतलब आज तक अभी तक जो आपने कहा ये सब झूठ है क्या? Right? So never use this word, to be honest with you and to be frank with you whenever you are dealing with people, because these are something which is which is a habit, which is a principle that you should have. And if you say that out, then that means you are not honest. Okay, so that is the that is the first thing that you need to learn about it. Next is trust me. We say trust me, trust me. You know, have you heard anybody saying this word trust me in our group? Don't remember? I'll tell you who was saying this quite often. I'll tell you. Then you will say, yeah, he used to say that. Okay. Sahil Kapoor. Sahil Kapoor in his presentation, most of the time used to say, trust me, trust me, trust me. Okay, trust me means, aren't you trustworthy? Why do you have to say that, trust me? So are you saying that you are not trustworthy person? So unless you say that, okay, you tell people, only then people will know that you are trustworthy. Is that what you are trying to say? So never use this word trust me in your communication with anyone. Then how often we keep saying this? Sorry to bother you. Sorry to bother you. How many times each one of us have been using these words? Okay. Never use this word. Sorry to bother you. Why do you have to apologize for what you're doing? Actually, the moment you say that sorry to bother you, the gap is like this. The prospect is in front of you who is planning to buy. Okay. The moment you have apologized, you have gone down in his level. You have to be at the same level. Okay. If you have to be at the same level, words like apologizing, bothering, sorry to bother you. I mean, sorry to bother you means, why do you bother me, man? Keep the phone down then, in that case. You're already saying that you are bothering me. You already have a feeling that you are bothering me, right? Why do you get this feeling? So since you're saying that you are bothering me, then why do you use this? Don't call me. Don't bother me. People will keep the phone down. So never use the word sorry to bother you. You don't have to apologize, because you are actually bringing value to that person by providing a roof for him. Okay, providing him his dream property for him. So there is no need for you to feel sorry about it, and you don't have to apologize for that. Okay, this is the other thing that I wanted to say. And then we also use this word, just following up. After some time, I thought I'll just follow it up. I'll follow up with you and find this. Are you guilty of following up? Okay, it is your job. So why do you have to say that I have to, sorry, I'm just following up. I'm just following up. That means you're trying to sell me something. So that is why you want to follow up with me. You are giving an indication to that person that you are trying to sell me something, and you are guilty about it. So never say this word just following up. Okay, don't say this. Then buy. Okay, you say that would you like to buy this property? Buy means the moment you say buy means in his mind, oh, buy means he's trying to sell something to me. Buy means I have to spend money. It is cost to me. So the instant reaction, no, I don't want to buy. The instant reaction of the people will be, no, I don't want to buy. To try to sell something, no, I just came here to see. I just came to see this. Okay. You go to any showroom, he says, would you like to buy this? If he says like that, no, I've just come to see this. But maybe you are interested in buying, but you have said that. But when we open up and say that, do you want to buy this? Would you like to buy this? Okay. Buy word, avoid. So what should we say? Instead of buy, what you should say? It's a beautiful word. Instead of buy. Okay. Instead of buy, you say that, would you like to own this? Would you like to take this home with you? Would you like to own this? Owning. Owning is a better word than buying. So use the word own rather than telling him that, would you like to buy? Instead of saying, would you like to buy? You say that, would you like to own this property? How beautiful it is. The moment you say that, would you like to own this property? See the kind of feeling that he will have. Oh yeah, I'm going to own this property. I'm going to be the owner of this property. Okay. Owner of this property is a great feeling than buying a property. Yes or no? Right. Fine. So next is avoid using words like contract. So we'll get into a contract. The contract is something, which is something like, immediately their mind will say that, okay, so it is possible that this guy, if I don't follow the contract, then this guy might sue me. Okay. So he will go to the court of law. I will get a legal notice from him. Now, this is the kind of thought process which will run in their mind. So instead of contract, the better word is, can we get into an agreement, mutual agreement? How about the paperwork to be completed? Can we complete the paperwork? Can we complete the agreement process? Okay. Agreement is a better word than contract. Then individual, using you as an individual. Okay. Oh, I know you are busy individual. Individual is also not acceptable figure. Word to be used. You are an individual, right? You are an individual owner, is it? Though it is true, but people don't like to listen to these kind of words like individual. Right? You need to give him more respect than this thing. So better to avoid words like individual. Okay. I know you are a busy individual. No. Person. You are a busy person. Person is better word. Person is the word to be used rather than individual. I haven't heard back from you. When you say this, sometimes we keep using this word. It's been a long time since you have spoken to me. It's been a long time that I haven't heard back from you. Okay. When you are saying these words, you are actually making him feel guilty. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's very true here. If I have not called you, what does it mean? I don't want to call you because I don't want to own the property what you are talking about. That is the reason that I didn't want to contact you. So why are you giving me an affirmation that you haven't heard me? I know that. Yeah, I purposely did that. Never say this word, I haven't heard back from you. Okay. What should you say? Always offer them something. Every time you are contacting them in your follow-up activity, you need to offer them something. You have to keep in mind that today, if I'm talking to this individual who has not spoken to me for the last 1 month, so if I'm offering, avoid using words like, sir, for the last month we didn't talk to each other. For the last 1 month, I haven't heard anything from you. You have seen that property, but you have not said anything about it. Okay, those kind of making him feel guilty about it. You don't use these kind of words. Instead, you say that you try to think of what kind of better offer that you can give. Sir, can you do one thing? If you can provide, if you can book your property today, this is the special offer that we are planning to give you. Okay, I'll get you better service, like, probably the interior. I have got a fantastic interior. Like, Prasad ji is there. Prasad ji is there. Oh, no, 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 he's not there. He's mentioned me. He's not well. Okay, so Prasad is an interior person. So Prasad kind of people can be talked to, and he said, in case he places an order, can you give him some discount? You get this kind of consent from him earlier, and then talk to him. Sir, for your interior work, I've got a very good person who will give you this kind of discount for you. These are offers that you are going to give him, which will make him think that ye aadmi to bahut sara things he is giving me. Actually, it is better to go ahead and deal with him rather than using these words. Okay, all these words without our knowledge, I think in our day-to-day life we have been using this. Okay, how many of you agree that you have been using this?
Agreed, sir.
To be honest with you, to be frank with you, right? By all these things, we have been using this on a day-to-day basis, right? So these are all not good traits actually. So we need to now change. We have to be different. We have to use the better words. Okay. Now I'll take a quick feedback from every one of you as to what all mistakes that you have been doing, and do you agree with what I've said? We'll start with Damneji. Have you been using some of these words?
Out of this 8, I am using only one word. That's sorry to bother you.
Sorry to bother you. Ashley.
Sir, thank you so much for this list, sir. In from the beginning till the end, sir, the feeling which I got was always have this in the mind. Two things I understood from this, sir. One is do not lower your dignity because there is no need. It is a service being provided. You are good. You are giving professional service, so be at the equal terms. But equal terms may the other side also, sir. Like say, for example, I haven't heard back from you. That is a very good point, sir. Basically, even the customer is in equal terms. There is no need for you to make them feel guilty or humiliated or so. I mean,
Absolutely.
feel bad.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So equal terms on both sides, and in most of the things I have found it is all keeping your dignity, and also not to unnecessarily make these very silly mistakes like saying these words like trust me, and to be honest with you, what it actually psychologically conveys, that is a very good insight.